What's up, everybody? Welcome back. How you guys feeling? Hope everybody's good. This read is going to be for my Aries, right? So let's see the messages come out from spirit, from for the Aries. Right? We're doing the deck of 8. First one we have is make time for self-love. To show that you guys are always incorporating within your day a lot of things that you enjoy doing. Even if you have kids and stuff like that, try to bring them along the journey, whether it be golfing, tracking, any type of sports you might like doing, arts and crafts, whatever it is that you've been always into growing up, or you've always been attained to, or things that you've been introduced to and things that you enjoy doing. Bring your kids along, do the activities with them, so that you can always remind yourself to be playful and always have that playful spirit, because that's the things that's going to help you when it comes on to those dawn moments. You can go for a walk to bring yourself back up again, right? See what else we got for you guys. Next one we have is push through any insecurities, right? And this could be like whatever you're feeling, any type of vibes that you're feeling when you feel, less, like every day is a good day when you're alive, but some days are less happy than others, right? These are the times where you feel less happy than the next day, and you just gotta gotta work through the situation, right? And how you do that is just basically just thinking of the happy days and then kind of just working on it. You know what I mean? I know it could come off as like, first of all, if you're anxious or not motivated to start a task, just start it, right? Whether it be lack of energy when it comes on to washing dishes. Get out there, put the soap in the water, and just start the task. Now, initially, you're not going to be as motivated, but once you get in the groove of it, those feelings will soon begin to fade away, right? It's just the motivation we lack sometimes. Sometimes we lack the motivation to start the task, but even when you lack the motivation and you just begin the task, you'll feel so much better. As I know we like a momentum. As you continue on doing the task, it'll pick up and your feelings will start to switch over from not feeling it so much to, okay, this is okay, I can do this. You know what I mean? Alright, Aries, what else we got for you? Alright, the next one we have is Aries, right? So it could be a Valentine's thing coming out. Valentine's Day is coming up in January, but this is it February, January, I'm not too sure. Anyway, this could be like a lover's connection, right? This could be involving like maybe you guys are having like some lover connection, some new endeavors coming your way, right? You might have just broke up with a specific someone, and now you're moving on to a love connection. And this is why making time for self-love is so important when it comes down to these situations, because when it comes down to loving somebody else, we'll be willing to open up your heart to somebody else. We're also got to be willing to have that within ourselves, because we can't give what we don't have, right? So you can't give love when you don't have love. So when you don't have love for yourself. So when it comes on raises, you need to rise and be loved and show yourself love so that you can be willing to show somebody else love, because it can apply to raises, right? Raises could be meaning a love connection from somebody. And if you don't have that solid love for yourself, your relationship is always going to go rocky in a sense, because you got to learn to give love to yourself so you can give love out, right? Like I said before, you can't give what you don't have. What else we got for my Aries? This one wanted to come out. Look, love. I know y'all can't see, that's why I don't really bother showing you the card, because it's pretty distant away, but love just came out. And you saw how I was fighting this way to come out. Love just came out. This is real. Listen, the love that should come, or you guys are in a relationship right now, and you're married and stuff like that, and you're like, well, this doesn't work. Why? It does, because see, you have to show yourself love. You have to make time for yourself. The reason why we get in so much, I'm not going to say we, because not everybody, but the reason why a lot of relationships don't really work out is because the two individuals didn't show love to themselves, and therefore they couldn't give love to their partner. So make sure you guys are making time for self-love, right? Alright, so next we have a decision. This is pretty serious, because see, everything we make, every decision that you make is going to is going to affect your day, right? So every decision you make, so just be very mindful when you take this day with my Aries, that you guys are taking each decision and you're thinking about it and you're being mindful. And then also when it comes down to lack of motivation, sometimes we don't feel like doing certain things, like cleaning up and things like that. But if we make the decision to work through it, it'll be so much better, and we'll feel a lot better, and then we'll know that things are getting done when they need to get done. Next for my Aries, take inspired action. So this could be any video you watch, anything you see online, anything you see in person that inspires you to do something, whether it's start your own business, whether it's get out there and find a new connection, whether it's go on dating, whatever it is that you get inspired to do, right? Where you're just in a gloomy stage right now, where you're just trying to find something new, trying to find your passion. We don't find our passion by sitting down. We find our passion by trying different things, right? If you look at somebody that's did construction, that's worked in the aquarium, that's did all of these different things, they found their end passion by going through different things, because that's when you know what you do like, what you don't like. So it's like relationships. You know that you're not going to get with somebody that does this because you experienced this and you don't like that. So that's why you got with this person, because this person might not do this. Say, for example, you don't like alcoholics. You got with this person because you know that they don't drink, so it's going to work out for you. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that same motion when it comes down to taking inspired action. Whenever you're inspired by something, make sure you guys are putting it into perspective and putting it and implementing it within your day-to-day lives, right? For my Aries, we have find a balance, right? And all of these different things that I just spoke on, there's so much going on in your head. You're probably like, oh my gosh, what do I do first? How do I, but it's pretty simple, right? It's just like, for example, you know that you eat 3 square meals a day. You know that you probably go walking. You know that you probably do an activity. You know that you go work. You know you probably go home, take a shower. See, we don't do these specific things all day, right? We don't take a shower all day. We take a shower mornings and nights, or some of us mornings, some of us nights. It's different things that we do, but we balance it out to where it makes sense. You know what I mean? So whenever it comes down to making time for self-love, to having a love connection, do it to where it makes sense, and where it makes sense to you. It doesn't have to make sense to me or anybody else, but it has to make sense to you, and it has to apply to your life. So if you say, for an example, okay, I have kids, or let's say you don't have kids, let's just say you're a single person, and you're like, okay, cool, I'm gonna handle all my business, I'm gonna make my money, because I gotta pay bills, okay, cool, we know that, right? Find your resource, so you're like, okay, I got my resource, I work here, I do this, I clean up, I make time for myself. I go out, I probably go for a walk, I probably go play baseball, if I do something that I enjoy. Then I maybe make arrangements for me and my lover, or a connection to go out for dinner or whatever, or sit at home, cook, whatever. So it's just a matter of finding a balance that works for you two, or works for you individually. If you're a single person, that can, reincorporate all these things into your life, so that your decisions are going to lead you to where you want to be. You know what I mean? A lot of times, sometimes we might not know where we want to be, and that's okay, because we're going to keep trying different things. So when it comes down to it, for my Aries, all I want you guys to do is take from this is to have a balance with it, right? Have a balance, not try to do too much things all at once, but just enjoy the process of it. It's the most thing I can say. All right, and the last one for you guys is home, right? So home is your sanctuary. So I will say this, be mindful of who you invite into your home and who you allow to lean around your home, because the energies that we get involved in, the auras that we invite into our homes, automatically makes that home, the energy will change, you know what I mean? So whether it be negative or positive, depends on the scenario. But what I will say is this, we all want to be comfortable, right? We all want to have a comfortable living space, a comfortable mindset, a comfortable partner that we can talk to, a comfortable family member that we can go to. The goal is to feel at home, right? Feel at peace. That's why they say when you die, the heavens is our home. So I want you guys to make sure that you guys are staying away from things that you're not comfortable with. You know what I mean? Now, it's a difference between doing things to be uncomfortable to gain somewhere in life. But because when you change, sometimes your brain says it's not comfortable. When I say comfortable, I'm talking about things that you could look back on and be proud of. You know what I mean? So just ensure that whatever you're doing, that you're not doing something you're gonna regret. Excuse me. You're not hanging out with people you're gonna regret later. Like they say, there's no honor amongst thieves. If you know somebody's a thief, you shouldn't be hanging out with them, because they will steal from you. There's no honor amongst that. You know what I mean? So that's just something that I want to throw in there. When it comes on to him, I just want you guys to be comfortable with your environment, comfortable with your living space, comfortable with who you hang around, who you talk to, your environment, your relationships, all of these things, right? That's going to end the reading for my Aries. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know how you guys felt in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video.